YouTube. Bandana Gramma here, back out in my garden on a Monday, and I've been working hard. We're going to have rain for the next 4 days, so I needed to get out here today and do as much as I could. And maybe on the next 4 days, I'll work on my very messy back porch to get a start on that when I can't be out here in the garden. So I hope some of you come and find me here and join my live stream. I'm going to show you what I did since last week. I think the last live stream was last Sunday, and I had showed you what I did out here the previous week and showed you my plans for what I was going to do this week, which I pretty much accomplished, and I want to show you that. I hope you join me soon. Oh, I see 2 people are in. Hello, welcome to Bandana Gramma live stream on a Monday. I used to live stream every Monday close to this time because Mondays are the day we don't babysit our grandson, and that gives me a little more time to prepare. But I took a long break. I don't know if I'll be back every week doing this, but at some point I will put up some live streams. Who's that? Ellie. Hello, Ellie, honey. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'll just wait for a few more people to get in here. I see 5. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Thank you for that. The thumbs up really help. Glad to have you here. Okay, I'm going to show you what I've done this week. And I've been working hard. You know, this old girl's been pushing herself to get things done safely, but I'm kind of happy with the results. Of course, it's going to take me longer to do things, and there's so much work here, but I've been feeling good. All last week, I was sick, but the last couple of days, I've been feeling really good. I got another cold. I don't know what's with me and viruses this year, but I've gotten like 3 of them since January. But I'm much better now. Got energy back again, so rolling up my sleeves, getting in there, getting my gardening done. So let me show you what I've done so far. I'll start with where I left off. So let me get positioned. Hope my neighbor's not out. Good, they're not. I don't like being out here talking to the camera when my neighbors are on the back porch wondering what the heck I'm doing. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's happened since my last live stream. All right, turn around, camera. There we go. Now, last time I had cleaned between the greenhouse and the cherry tree because this was a total wreck in here. It was all full of leaves and sticks and twigs and vines. Got that all out. Now, I continued on, and I've done between the cherry tree. I still got refuse here to get rid of. My yard was so full of sticks, it was hard to believe. But as you can see, I've been pulling sticks, cutting down saplings. I haven't gotten rid of this big limb that was back here because I'm thinking, you know, that would be kind of cute to use it to divide off this corner and maybe plant. Let me see if I can get it in here. I can barely see because of the light. There we go. And plant in this crack here some flowers, and over there maybe put some fairy things on it or gnomes, you know, some decorative things, and plant around. That would be kind of cute, and it would divide off that corner. So I'm not going to get rid of that limb just yet. I'm thinking about incorporating it into the look of the garden here. Now, this is a Granny Smith apple right here. It's just starting to get some leaves on it. In fact, I think, yep, you're seeing it with me. There's some blossoms starting. So my Granny Smith apple, not many. It's never done well, but it's got a few blossoms starting on it. Also this week, I had found raspberry vines or canes growing randomly around the yard. So I pulled them up and I planted them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I planted along the fence. And these are more of them. I may plant in this pile here. I may plant a few more. But I got that done. Okay. These sticks, we've already burned a lot. I'm going to use some to make another hugelkultur garden. And I'm going to use some to make a wattle fence, which I've already started with a few stakes in the ground. And I'll work on that probably more later this afternoon. So yes, I pulled everything out of this corner. Took everything off the fence. Raked this all out. Got all the sticks out. It was a lot of work. All the way back to here. More sticks to get rid of. I did all this area here by the tree. This is my peach tree, which is looking really pretty. My peach tree. And that's my bubblegum plum over here. That's a bubblegum plum. And that's a cherry way over there. That's another cherry by the shed. And that's my Asian pear right there. So I did all this work. Now, any of you recognize this plant? That's comfrey. And I'm hoping to do some medicinal herbal remedies with the comfrey, make some comfrey salve. I started just planting 2 of those back here, and now they're everywhere. You may know that comfrey is very prolific. So yeah, there's comfrey growing everywhere back here. So I have to utilize these sticks and get them out of here. You can see over here we've been burning the pallet wood that I told you about last week. We've already burned 1.5 wheelbarrows full of this old pallet wood. We burned it in the fire pit. But this whole area here where we seat, where my fruit trees are, I've cleaned that all out. And my cherry trees all been cleaned out around it and mulched and composted and fenced. And this area, I got some flowers starting to come up in it, but I've got a lot more seeds to plant in this circular garden right here around our seating area. This is another plum tree right here. Another plum. I think it's called a superior plum. And again, for those of you who haven't seen before, I'm espaliereding, teaching it to grow into a fence. And it will make a living, pickable fence when it's done. And this is an apricot, again being espaliered into a fence. And this is my gala apple, and it also has blossoms just getting ready to do something right here. See the little buds? These are going to be pink blossoms in just a day or two. So this is a gala apple, again espaliered. Now right here's where I'm going to be putting my wattle fence. So I started putting stakes in, and I'll pound those in to be about 6 inches high, and then cut them all off even, and then take supple vines and branches and start weaving them in and out, alternating the weave for each row. And I should have a 6-inch wattle fence going all the way around this circular garden when I'm done. Okay, and over here, this area is still being worked on, but greatly reduced. This whole area here was full of leaves and twigs, and that's been pretty much cleaned up. Got a few more to go. Still filling some bags. This afternoon, my husband said he'd help. We're going to finish here and finish over around this table. Behind the table there where all those leaves are. We're going to get that all cleaned up. And then clean up the rug. Wash up the table and chairs. Want to get this all looking nice for Easter so the family can come and enjoy Easter out here. And we have like our grills over there. We can use Easter time if we have a nice day. I have cleaned out these 2 beds and got rid of all the flower pots that were in them. So I've got a rose bush here. Now this plant in the bucket, it was growing out behind the shed. And I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a peony. There's a bud on top. Does anybody recognize that? It might be nothing, but I didn't want to throw it out without knowing. So I put it in that pot and I'm going to watch it. And if it turns out to be something, then I'll keep it. If not, I'll toss it. Okay, and over here, last time, this whole area was full of broken pallet wood and everything. I cleaned this all out, raked it all up. This bin has potting soil in it that I mixed up with vermiculite and good things. There are 2 bins under this plastic here that have just compost soil that I took from my compost pile. This got filled up with all the leaves that we bagged up. And all the compost that was here originally, I moved over to here. So this is a compost pile that's already done that had sat there for 2 years. So I'll be using that. So that's my progress. A lot more to do yet. I still need to decide if I'm going to buy a new greenhouse or get some more plastic to cover this one. But it's all cleaned out. And over there it looks pretty messy because all the sticks are there, but it's been raked out. Hours and hours of work. It's done. See, I still got my loppers up in my cherry tree there where I set them when I was using them. But it's pleasant out here because I can hear the birds singing while I work. I enjoy that. Now, let me turn this around and see what comments you guys have. And who all's here? 14. Welcome. Welcome to my little garden update. Now here's the ugly part where I got to get really close to read the comments. So forgive me for that. You know, the last time I did a live, I lost about 6 subscribers. Every time I do a live, I lose subscribers. Oh well. It's looking great. Yeah, your garden looks hopeful. I just went out to prepare the rows for my onion sets and a big root from the neighbor's trees. Hubby will have to get it out for me. I know. Who's that? Patty? Patty Grove. Hello, Patty. And Sophia, do you use any of your sticks for composting? And do you use the wood ash in the garden? Yes, I will use the wood ash in the garden. I use the sticks in composting when I make a hugelkultur bed. But I don't like putting it in with my leaves because they just take too long to break down. Okay. Oh, and if you don't know what hugelkultur is, I do have a video on that. You can look in my playlist and find the hugelkultur video. Okay, that's Hugelekutur, hugelkultur. Hugel. Yeah, Hugelkutur. Okay. Hey! Hello, Duncan 1900. Well, I know I got at least one moderator in here. Thank you for coming. She's a great girl, has a good channel. Go check her out. Ellie, hello. And who else? That would be cute with gnomes and fairy garden items. Looks like you are making progress. Yeah, it's a lot of work. and it's slow going, but it's going. It's going. I enjoy your videos, Mary Ann Shelby. Thank you so much. I almost gave up that I just didn't think I was able to do it anymore. So that's very, very encouraging to me. Glad you are doing a gardening video live. We need this right now. You're probably in an area where you don't have the weather yet. I'm in Maryland. It's zone 7A. My allergies were bad over the weekend. Yeah, I get hay fever. All right, did I get everybody? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Bev? Hello, Bev. Judy, glad you are feeling better. Me too. I'm feeling so much better. When you get that energy back after you've lost it, it's wonderful. Especially when it's been so long. All right, let me make sure that I didn't forget anybody. You've done a lot of work. I have. I've been working like 3 to 4 hours a day on the good weather days. And it's helped. Last week, I'm also on Weight Watchers. And last week I did well. I lost 3.6 pounds. This week, I didn't do so well. I gained like half a pound. Not good. But I've lost 14 overall in about 8 weeks. So that's not bad. And, today I said, I'm going to be a good girl again. So hopefully next week I'll have another loss. Thank you for the answers. I am a new gardener. Well, YouTube is a great place to find gardening advice. And if you want to check out my playlist, I have several things in there on gardening that you can check out. And I'm happy to answer any questions. If I don't know the answer, I know somebody who does. I have a daughter who is the general manager of a gardening firm in my area. So she knows a whole bunch. Right. Let's see. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Now, I suppose I should tell you what the plans are for next time, so you can hold me accountable for next week when I do my update. In between time, I'm hoping to get a couple of um, inside the house cooking videos up, maybe even a live. I don't know. Depends on if I'm feeling confident or not. You know how that goes. Sometimes you feel, let's do it. And other times you feel, I don't know if I could do that or not. That's me. I'm like up and down all the time with my confidence level that whether I should do something or not. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's on the agenda for next week. All right, we'll go back over here to the stick pile. All right here, you can see where I had raked right down to here, right down to these boxes. So I'm going to have to continue all through here. I actually did pull up some trees and vines in here, but I need to rake this all out, get all the sticks out. These 4x4s have nails in them, so I'm going to ask my husband to pull the nails out of these and then see where I can utilize them in my garden. This area will be an area for planting vegetables and growing some up this lattice work. So this all has to be cleaned out. All these gardens here are vegetable gardens. And I will be pulling out all this green stuff, I try not to till. So I'm just going to gently pull everything out, maybe get a little rough up with the action hoe, and then I'm going to shovel these 2-year-old paths that are broken down up on top, add more compost, and then put new wood chips in here. Same with this bed over here. These are the remnants of, if you could see them, remnants of last year's pepper plants. They'll be all pulled out. And there's another planting space here. This is where I usually put my squash, and they grow up and over this lattice, or this, what do you call that panel? Cow panel, hog panel, whatever, that I made the hoops out of. Yeah, I'll plant different squash here and they'll grow up. Now this center bed I plant in These are cuttings from my fruit trees, and I'll be using those for the wattle fence. I usually put beans in here to grow up this fence, or tomatoes, and tomatoes over here. Tomatoes in here. I do have some strawberries growing, but this whole area has to be cleaned out. It's a mess. So I don't know if I'll get this far next week, but I'll at least get that spot up there and a couple of the beds done. That's what I hope to do for next week. So that's my plans. Excuse me. For now, the problem is the next 4 days we're going to get rain. So what I'll probably be doing those days is working on my back porch, which is a mess. Getting that picked up and organized. This is my Bing cherry, and it's just starting to get a few blossoms. And this Mount Morency cherry has buds, but no real blossoms yet. See the buds? Yeah. So I've got a little yard, less than a quarter acre, plus a house and a shed. So I don't have a lot of room, but I try to grow as much as I can and have a little greenhouse and have compost and different areas that I need. I'd love to have some chickens, but that's not going to happen. I have to know my limitations, I guess. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around again so I can say goodbye or check the last comments. All right, let me tighten that up. Okay. What comments? Forgive me. For me, it's motivation. I try to focus on the end result. Me too. That's it exactly. I keep thinking, before and after, before and after. So that would be great. Is that wild violets blooming? Yes. And if I get enough of them, I'd love to make like a violet salve or something. We need rain here in northern Colorado. Okay, I think that's everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this week. And hopefully I'll see you in a few days in the house doing some cooking or sewing or something different. I love you all. Be sure to like my video. It really helps my channel if you just hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.